You know, my son, who plays piano right now, ultimately wants to play the guitar. So I know that when I'm ready to let him make that transition from piano to guitar, that we'll be able to stay here at the school. And it'll be an easy transition for him because he's already familiar with the school. And then my 3-year-old is already talking about taking piano. Like, he can't wait to start. So I'm going to have both of my kids here, and they're going to be playing, you know, multiple instruments, which makes me happy because that's ultimately why we came here in the first place. Well, we have Mr. Ian, and he's wonderful. He's so natural when he's with my son. He has the patience, I think, that is needed for working with children of a younger age, especially when they're just beginning. And I can see my son getting frustrated at home, but when he's here with Mr. Ian, his instructor, he seems to be more calm because Mr. Ian is able to you know, help him get through those hardships of understanding, you know, the music on paper and the proper, you know, I don't know what it's called, but when he's sitting up straight and curving his fingers, you know, he just has a natural way of working with my son and getting my son to learn the piano in not only an effective way, but he makes it fun, and that's important with kids. You have to make it fun too, because if they're not having fun, they're not going to want to do it. Yeah, like I was saying, I know firsthand as to the benefit of you guys having such a wide range of times available on almost every day of the week, because there have been times where, you know, my schedule changes and I don't want to stop bringing him here, you know, but depending on the situation, and every time I've requested for a time change or a day change, even when it's initially seemed like it's not going to work, you guys go that extra mile and you find a time for me that works for me, and you've been able to fit me in every time. And believe me when I say I've done it maybe a handful of times, and every time I do it, you guys are always working with me, giving me that other time that I need to fit into my busy schedule. And I'm able to keep coming here, which is ultimately, I mean, that's the best thing. That's why I do come here. I drive over an hour to come here. It's important. And everyone finds out how far I drive, and they're like, where is it? Why do you go there? I'm like, it's worth it. I want my son to know how to play the piano. And it's just, from the get-go, I knew I wanted him to go to a place like this, like a school, something more structured than having someone come to my house and practice in our living room. I just felt that he would benefit the most from it, lessons here at a school. And you guys are the best. I have a 3-year-old, and it's nice to be able to wait in the waiting room and keep him occupied. There's toys for him, and he plays with them every time that we come, which makes the time pass by, you know, easily with him being a 3-year-old and being impatient. And sometimes when I'm here by myself, there's a magazine for me to read, which is great because, like I said, that makes the time pass well. And then if I want to come into the studio and watch my son, I'm always welcome to do that. They're always very inviting. So that's great too, that I'm not shut out from watching my son perform during his lessons. This is going to be our first recital, and we're so excited. He's been talking about it nonstop, practicing more at home because he's excited. Everyone in my family is excited. And yes, it's a plus that it's free. I know friends who have children who, you know, have to do fundraisers, or the parents have to pay a lot of money on top of what they already pay for the lessons just for the recital. And that's, you know, that's hard when you're on a budget and you want to see your child perform, but you don't want it to, you know, break your expenses either. So it's a plus that it's free, and it's a plus that my son gets to perform in front of his family and friends. He's very, very happy about that. Oh my gosh, what can I not say about Jessica? She is, from the day that I initially put my interest in coming here to Allegro, she was calling me, and not calling me to bug me, but just calling me to see how I was doing, if, you know, if she could answer any of my questions. She was very helpful in helping me decide to come here to Allegro. And then once we became members of this school, she was always welcoming, very personable, knew my name all the time. Every time I call her, I don't know if you guys have caller ID, but she's like, "Hi, Cassie," before. I'm like, "Hi." And then if not, she knows my voice. I mean, that just shows you how much I call here and how much she's there to answer my calls. And I don't think I've ever talked to a machine, which is awesome because I don't like that either. It's easier for me to pay on a month-to-month basis than to have to shell out maybe 3 to 4 months, at one time, because I don't have, the budget for that, being a single mom, but wanting her child to go to, a good music school. And that's definitely been a plus for me to be able to pay month to month. And it's a reasonable price as well. I mean, I could say a ton of things about this school that I like. I can't say anything that I don't like. There's not one thing. You guys are great. And I'm so proud that my son is coming here and that he's learning piano, which has been a dream of mine, of course. But the fact that we started out because I wanted it, but we're continuing because he wants it. He likes it. That's a good thing.